YouTube, welcome. It's your boy Big Will from Will Allen Creative, and today I just want to have a conversation with you guys on a topic that I just went through and I know other people are going through, in the sense of starting a YouTube channel and the myth of we need all this expensive gear to start. So let's go. All right. So don't mind the format of this video, in a sense, because this is all coming from in the heart, in a sense. There's nothing scripted, nothing pre-planned. It's just a topic I wanted to speak on. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a while, and I convinced myself that I needed all this expensive, fancy gear, and that I needed to be like this YouTuber and that YouTuber. And it was hurting my self-confidence. It was making where I wouldn't start recording because I thought I needed this fancy setup, or I needed to have a certain look, and that's not true. I remember a few years ago, when you were a new YouTuber, everyone knew that because your look was kind of low quality, but nobody minded as long as the content was good. And the people with the nice, clear, fancy images, they were established YouTubers. But it was like a tier, I guess would be the best way to put it. Now it's like, even when you're first starting, you're expected to have the highest quality on end. And, I think that scares people. Being in front of this setup, it scares people. Like, my camera setup is nothing crazy, but even when I try to record videos with my wife tells me all the time that this looks aggressive and scary. So I can only imagine how certain people feel. Now, realistically speaking, all you truly need to start your channel is your phone. If you have an iPhone 11 or newer, you have decent cameras. And if you have a 13 or newer, you have one of the best camera systems in the world. You just got to start and stop making excuses. I was doing the same thing, making excuses on why I need this, that, and the third to start my channel, instead of just hitting record. Another thing is the topics that I wanted to talk about: tech, cameras, and things of that nature. Excuse me. There are a lot of people already in those niche, and I feel like it's a very saturated field. Like, you type in one camera lens and there's 30 videos of the same thing, and it's really just I'll put it like this: stop trying to be everyone else and just be you. When you're watching videos and learning what you need to do to be a YouTuber, what those people don't tell you is it took them years or timing to even get that look how they wanted it to look. Your look is going to be on you. Now, you may take certain things you saw from this creator or that creator and put them together, and overall that's your look, but it's never going to be perfect off the bat. And I had to remind myself that my look right now is not exactly what I want, and it's not how I want it to be. Now, I'm not really worried about setting up my look just yet because I'm moving in a month. So it's like, there's no point to make a setup and then tear it down. But what I will say is you just got to tweak your setup, tweak your gear, and do what you need to do until you're overall happy with it. And you see YouTubers all the time. They'll do a studio tour, and this is my setup, this is my gear. And then in a year or two, once they put work in and got more experience and, learned how to use certain equipment better, or found equipment that works for them more, they change their whole setup as well. And, that's just all it is. But first and foremost, just hit record. Stop being scared. I just went through it, and at the same time, I think as humans, we're all, one, scared of rejection, but two, scared of the unknown, scared to do things that are outside of our comfort zone. Like, being on camera is not really my forte. I like to be behind the camera and make what you see and now I'm in front of it. You know, it's a little bit different, but all you got to do is be you, and people will either love you or they don't. But that's my little rant for the day. That's my little tidbit. You know, I just wanted to speak upon this topic because, you know, I'm kind of having this conversation with you guys, but I also had to do this conversation with myself and inner reflect. So you guys let me know what you think. And if you're thinking about starting your YouTube channel, just hit record. This is Will from Will Allen Creative. Let's talk about it. Let's learn together. Make sure you subscribe, follow, comment, hit that notification bell, and we're on to the next one. Peace.